In this video, I'll share 3 silly behaviors that, when performed, get any woman excited. Most men believe that to seduce a woman and make her start thinking about certain things with you, it's necessary to do something grand and unimaginable. However, a woman's desire lies precisely in subtlety. I'll show you 3 simple attitudes that awaken desire in the woman you're interested in. The first mistake many men make is not maintaining eye contact. Pay attention. When interacting with the woman you're interested in, whether starting a conversation or setting up a date, it's crucial to maintain intense eye contact. This involves looking into her eyes most of the time, both while she's talking and when it's your turn to express yourself. This direct eye contact is effective because it conveys a powerful message. Not only in situations where you're trying to talk to the desired woman but also in contexts where you need to sell something or close a deal. This intense eye contact demonstrates confidence and persuasion, being a powerful tool to convince and convey security to the other person. Maintaining eye contact is crucial because, usually, people who avoid eye contact while responding or feel uncomfortable often consider themselves inferior to the person they're talking to. They avert their gaze, unable to maintain direct eye contact. For example, when labeling someone as stuck up, we're often expressing a sense of inferiority towards that person. This classification often reflects our own view of inferiority, and it's important to be careful not to misinterpret others' behavior. Judging someone as stuck up may be projecting a sense of personal inferiority. Therefore, it's essential to pay attention and be cautious when assessing whether the person is genuinely arrogant or if we're creating interpretations to protect ourselves. These perceptions can be mental constructions that sabotage our self-confidence, often not reflecting the reality of the situation. And you may feel inferior in front of a particular woman, perhaps because she's very beautiful, desired, or for other reasons, making you feel inadequate. However, this is just a perspective created by your own mind about that situation. So, when looking at any woman, when talking to her, always think, this woman must be nice, I'm on equal footing with her. She must have her problems and insecurities like anyone else and be a fun person to talk to. For those who are close, everyone is fun to talk to. Cultivating this mindset will provide more confidence when interacting with her. When you label a woman as stuck up, avoiding eye contact, it may be interpreted as disinterest. However, in reality, it's a defense mechanism to avoid showing that you might be interested in her. This attitude reflects a lack of confidence because someone who feels calm and confident has no fear of approaching people and talking while maintaining eye contact. So, if you already like this tip, leave your like here so I know you're enjoying it and to show you the other 2. Now, let's move on to the second attitude that gets a woman excited, making her think about more daring things, the man who talks about sex without inhibition. However, here, I want to issue a warning. I'm not suggesting that you suddenly approach a woman you barely know and discuss sexual topics directly. It's not that. Talking about sex without inhibition means addressing the subject naturally, showing a certain boldness in your personality. The man who isn't afraid of women approaches the topic in an uncomplicated way, without embarrassment. Just as a woman naturally talks about various subjects with more intimate people, such as politics or sports, talking about sex naturally shows that you view this topic as normal and not taboo. Talking with naturalness as if it were a discussion about sports, movies. And by showing that you talk about sex without inhibitions, but rather as something normal in adult life, arising spontaneously in conversation, you address the subject without making it central to you. An important warning is not to turn it into a conversation about your experiences or inquire about hers. The idea is to treat the subject as commonplace in adult life, not something specific to you or her. You can mention, for example, a more daring movie you recently watched, integrating the subject naturally and spontaneously into the conversation. The key here is not to wait for an intimate moment with the woman to address the topic but to treat it like any other everyday subject people talk about. By incorporating this boldness in an uncomplicated way, the woman associates you with someone more daring and sensual. And the third attitude, considered a silly behavior, that makes a woman even more interested in you is when she perceives that you have a certain ease in relating to women of the same level as her. However, it's crucial to emphasize that this perception should be conveyed indirectly. At no point will you explicitly express that you've had experiences with more attractive or interesting women than her. This perception will be conveyed subtly through your communication, gaze, the way you flirt, and the naturalness in jokes when around her. She'll begin to notice that she feels at ease in your presence and that you possess social skills that contribute to establishing connections with women in a relaxed and natural way. And this social skill with women, she begins to perceive not in a clear and direct way but subcommunicated between the lines. It's between the lines that she probably believes you would have ease in interacting and attracting other women at the same level as her. On the contrary, the opposite happens when, upon meeting a woman, you express that you've never encountered someone like her and place her on a pedestal, communicating that she is unique and incomparable. This approach often negates the attraction and interest the woman had because by stating something like this, you're communicating something she wouldn't have known if you hadn't said it. This attitude can cause all the attraction and desire she was feeling to dissolve because she may realize that you're trying to create an idealized image of her, which can sound like an exaggerated attempt to please. But it takes time to truly understand her as a woman, it's a hint. So, you need to follow along, be here to become that man with this social skill, an admired, respected man with strong self-esteem. Then, a woman who becomes even more interested in you is just a consequence. And if you liked this video, then leave your like. A big hug to all of you, and goodbye.